Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this concept of completing the square. So when we complete the square, we take our equation, which is our general form of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, and we write it in this form: y equals a x minus h all squared plus k. So that we have this written in turning point form, where the turning point is at h and k. So to do that, to complete the square, what we've got to do, we set up our equation and we've got to have 1. Whatever's in front of the x squared has to be a positive 1. If not, we've got to take out a common factor or multiply everything by something, or whatever the case may be, so that becomes a negative 1. It becomes a positive 1. So once it's a positive 1, then we do nothing with that. We do nothing with bx, but next to it, what we're going to do is we're effectively going to add 0. We're not going to change, but we're just going to do it in a kind of different way. We're going to add something and then take it away. So what we're going to do is we're going to add b over 2, b divided by 2, and then square it, then subtract b over 2 and square it, and put in plus c. And what ends up happening there is that it ends up being written in this form. We have a plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared plus c. So, and this makes up the x coordinate for the turning point, and this makes up the y coordinate. This ends up being h, and this here ends up making up k. Let's see how it works. We've got y equals x squared plus 6x minus 2. So with this, we're going to say x squared plus 6x. We're going to say plus 6 over 2, because that's our b, squared, minus 6 over 2, all squared, minus 2. Our next line, and we've got x squared plus 6x. Now x divided by 2 is 3, 3 squared is 9, plus 9, minus 9, minus 2. Now what we do is we factorise that thing there. So we want two numbers that multiply to make 9 and add to make 6. Well, there's only one, and that is 3. So this ends up becoming x plus 3, x plus 3. We've got negative 9 minus 2 minus 11. So x plus 3, we end up with x plus 3, and whenever we multiply a number by itself, it becomes squared minus 11. So therefore, we've got a turning point at whatever we've got. So if it's negative, then our value is positive. If that's positive, well, then we've got a negative. So we're going to have a turning point at negative 3 and negative 11. So to find a turning point, we complete the square. Take our general form, write it in this form: minus h squared plus k. We start with our general equation. 1 has to be in front of x squared. If not, make it so 1's in front of x squared. And then we leave our b, but we add 0 by adding b onto all squared and then subtracting b onto all squared, put in plus c. Then we're left with this, which we can factorise to form h and k, go through our steps, and that gives us our turning point.